All right, welcome IQ Boomers to the IQ Boom card game. This section is going to talk to you about the commands. What are those commands? Very, very important. All right, so let's get started. So, the number one command, the biggest card that you want to have in your hands is the shield card. The shield card is like a protector. It does several things for you, but the main thing that it does, basically, it protects you. Okay, so when there's a player that plays a command against you, it protects you against that command if you play that card. Okay, which means once when you play it, against a command that was played against you, then you are protecting yourself. You do not have to obey that command. You're blocking that command basically. And then the other good thing about this card, it's a multicolor card, which means that you can play it on any color card, any card that you want. Very powerful. So if you want to have a card that can do a lot for you, this is it. And a lot of players, they're gonna start having their own ways of using it and when to use it and when not to use it. That will be up to you. But remember, this card is very, very important. And the next card we have, you see it has the same multicolor, but it does not have the shield. So in the 50 cards that are on, when if you're playing two players game, you will find one multicolor. The shield, you will find four shield in the game, but the multicolor one, without shield, you'll find one. All right, it does the same thing as the shield, except it does not protect. When I say it does the same thing in terms of any cards can be played with it, it's a multicolor. Okay, so that's all it does. It does not protect you. This is a multicolor freeze card. Now the freeze card is also a very good card to have. This one happens to be not just a freeze card, but a multicolor card. The multicolor freeze card. So this card basically, it freezes basically the next two cards that are played. Okay, and if on those cards there were commands, then those commands are null and void. So it freezes those commands. So which means that whoever the command was played against, that person does not need to obey and will not have to obey the command at all. They just play it as if there was no command on that card. All right, very important. So on this card, you can play any color card on it. Okay, the next player can play any color cards on it, and you can, if you have it in your hand, you can play any card, any color card that you want with it. All right. So the next one is the give one card to anyone. Very important. So this card here, if you play it, then you get to give one card from your hand to anyone you want. So if you're playing two players, is the other player. If you're playing three, four players, anyone that you see on there. So usually the person that has the least number of cards, that's the one you really want to give this card to. But you will have your own ways of playing it and you will develop your own techniques. So play this card wisely. Next one is give two cards. So this command here, the arrows that you see, if you play it, you will give two cards from your hands to the other player. Now, if it is a four-player game, for example, look at the direction of the arrow. So it's telling you, so you're going to give two cards to the second person on your right. Okay, so you're going to count 1, 2, and that's the person who's going to get those two cards from your hands. It is very important when it's telling you, giving you the direction, you need to know where to give the cards. Okay, the next one is take two cards from the pile. So this command, this green arrow that you see here, when you see it, it tells you that when you play it, the second person to the right, look at the direction of the arrow, the second person to your right is going to go in the pile and get two cards unless they can block you. Okay, but that's the way this is played. This is to take two cards from the pile, not from your hands. Okay, the only time it will be taken from your hands, that's if there is no more cards on distribution pile. It's empty, it's zero. So now you have to give the two cards from your hand. Now this is very important because when there's no more cards on the pile, then you need to know that's what it's going to do. You're going to have to select cards from your hands. It becomes just like this card here. Okay, so pay attention when you're playing to this particular card here. And then the reverse card. The reverse card in a two-player game, it basically sends the game back to you. Okay, if you played it. If you're playing in a four-player game or three-player game, it's just reverse the direction of the game. This exchange two cards. So when you play it, you gonna exchange two cards from your hands with your opponent, with the other player. So be wise and be mindful when you play that card, because if you play it the wrong time, you may be giving your last two cards to the other person, and the person is going to give you two cards that you cannot play on the pile. All right, so be very mindful about this command. Now this command here is very important. Exchange all cards. When you play this command, that means that you're going to be exchanging all your cards with the other player. Now, there's something that is built into this card. If you do not want to exchange all your cards, but that you want to play this card, you can. You're now going to ask for penalty instead. So if you're not going to exchange all your card, then when you play it, you're going to ask for penalty. And the other player is going to give you one card from their hands as a penalty to you. And you would do the same thing if it was another player that played that card and they selected a penalty instead of exchanging all their cards. Now, this card is very important because sometimes you see a player taking a bunch of cards, and then they have so many cards, and then you start to smile and to laugh because, hey, you only have, 3 cards in your hand, and that person has 10 cards in their hands. Do not laugh, because if they play this card and you do not have a shield, guess what happens? They take all your 3 cards and they give you all the 10 cards. So be very mindful, because this is psychological in nature, this game. So don't be laughing at your opponent, because you may be getting their cards at the end. So very important, play it strategically. Do not just play it anyway, and sometimes you have to get rid of it, but be very mindful of that card. So this is plethora of the commands, different commands, different things that you have to do, or they will do to you. Now, if you have the shield, great. All right. Okay. So this is basically the understanding of how it is played. Now, point system is very easy. In a 2-player game, 25 points. If you lose, you get 3 points. 3-player game is 45 coins. If you lose, it's 4 coins. In a 4-player games, it's 60 coins, but if you lose, it is 6 coins. And same thing for playing against the robot. So this was live, okay? But this is if you're playing with the robot. If you're playing with the robot, it is 20 coins if you win. If you lose, 2 coins. 3 players, 30 coins if you win, 3 coins if you lose. 4 players, 40 coins, and 4 coins if you lose. All right? So these are the gems. So when you get to these levels, this is what category you will be in. Okay? The Leagues of Champions. You'll be playing against different individuals at different levels, but you can be in your own gem level. So this is all the coins. Now, when the leaderboard, the first 15 players at the end of Sunday night will receive coins. 500 coins for the first 5 players, 250 for the next 10 players. Be mindful of that. So when you're playing, you're going to get coins at the end on Sunday night. So if you're top 5, then you're going to get 500 points. If you're top 15, you're going to get 250. So from 6 to 15. And EyeQ Boom Junior is there. And we will show you that on another tutorial. Thank you so much for being with us today. Have fun with EyeQ Boom.